Economic power is also important for the state. For one reason, it's needed to pay for a military, which is traditionally very expensive. Economic power is a more subtle form of power, and generally it refers to the wealth of a state, as well as their ability to generate future wealth. And it's often best captured by certain economic indicators. The gross domestic product of a state is one such indicator, and this refers to the total amount of wealth created, including the goods and services in a particular year. We can see from this table, states like the US and China lead the world in terms of GDP. However, in recent times there's been a shift as Europe shrinks in terms of their GDP, and developing states like Indonesia and other Southeast Asian states produce more goods and services. A second type of economic power relates to trade agreements. Trade agreements tend to increase the trade between member states, thus also increasing their GDP and their economic position. Two trade agreements include the Australia-US Free Trade Agreement, or an example of a multilateral trade agreement is the ASEAN-Australian-New Zealand Free Trade Agreement. Resources can also be exploited to generate economic power. Australia is a great example of a state that has gained a lot from its material resources. It exports coal to Japan, gas to China, and uranium to the US and Europe. Similarly, Indonesia has used its gold mines to generate huge tax revenue for the state. The Grasberg mine in West Papua is the largest gold mine in the world and usually returns $3 billion per annum to the state in tax revenue. Finally, the ability of a state to attract foreign direct investment is also a form of economic power.